Update. On Monday, I told you that I just come back from bereavement leave for my grandmother who passed away last week, and that I wasn't really sure what my energy levels were going to be throughout the week. I also set some intentions that I want to follow up here and talk about. First, an update on my energy levels. I stayed fairly slow and not very efficient in my actions. I found myself daydreaming a lot. I found myself getting distracted easily. One of the things that has really struck me about my grandmother's death is that negative self-talk voice that I mentioned on Monday, being her and being a lot of what she believed in and what she taught me throughout my growing up years, and the things that she practiced in her life. They're fairly transactional and mercenary and narcissistic. All of that stuff, that was her attempt to live the life that she wanted. That was her sort of shot at this great experiment that I consider life to be. Me going by her theories, me going by her plan, that's just a waste of my time. And I don't mean to say that like, oh, it's a waste of my time. I mean that I have precious little time on this planet, just like every human does. I am not going to spend any second more than I have to following by her script. I have a chance to write my own script, and I have a chance to experiment here on this sort of like wonderful plane of existence where there's just a million different things that could be done. I'm going to take full advantage of that, and I'm going to put her playbook away and move forward with mine. I hope that for the time that I have here, no one ever knows how much, I will do what she didn't have the resources or, in my opinion, the courage to do, which is be extremely honest about what is going on with me, approach life with a sense of wonder, and just be available to learn stuff. That's one of the things I really love doing in this planet, is learning. And that's one of the things these videos are about, is learning. So, on to the learning bit. Last week, my goals were keep my eating goals. That's 100% on track. My other goal was to rest. I did that. I wish I had done more. Next week, I'm going to make more of an effort to be able to tell myself, okay, you've been slow today. That doesn't justify overwork. When I have less energy, I just need to make my to-do list shorter and put those priorities at the very top. The rest are my other business. I talked about figuring out what's going on with my other business. There's a little bit more research I want to do to make sure that I am opening safely, but I have a plan in place. I just need someone else who knows more about it than me to like kind of check my work and make sure that I'm not making any assumptions. But we're on track there. And then the other thing was being experimental and reaching out. Have done that this week. Feel very, very good about that. And in fact, one of the key learnings from this week is from my increased or my ramping back up my reach outs and talking to people. It is clear to me that there is a direct relationship between how hopeful I feel about this country, this business, myself, the future, etc., just in general, and how much time I spend speaking to my peers. And by my peers, I mean people like me who are working usually here in Portland, because Portland is its own strange and wonderful ecosystem, but who are working for human-centered systems, who are looking at equity, who are talking and making really serious, courageous change and steps and directions to embody what their principles are in their work. And thanks to being able to be present in my community these last couple of months because of COVID, the number of people that I know who are doing that and the ways that I specifically know that they are doing that has ballooned. And I feel so blessed to know so many of you who are just getting this shit done. Oh my God. Every day I'm inspired by my peer group, and that's a blessing. It's amazing. I'm very happy to know as many wonderful, badass, brave, smart, revolutionary, radical people as I know. That is just far and away the best cure to any kind of malaise. Other learnings. I started the week out with a less than encouraging interaction with someone that kind of got to me. I think it got to me because I was still feeling a little bit sensitive. And there are some people who are going to get what I'm doing. And then there are some people who are going to not get what I'm doing. It is okay for me to say, I believe in this work. It is important. I'm going to center it. And it is okay for someone else to say, that's fucking stupid. And it's also okay for me to be like, that's your opinion. Goodbye. And then the last thing I want to talk about is that this week and for the last several months, I've felt really, really called to consulting. Letter-O-Matic, still running it, still loving it. My ultimate plan in general was to grow Letter-O-Matic to the size where it could have a business. I could bring on a COO and step back from that business and go do things that interested me and grow my sort of like intellectual and learning, and then share that out more and apply that not only back to Letter-O-Matic's growth, but also for other businesses and organizations. I feel like instead of waiting for Letter-O-Matic to be running on its own, which is a thing that may never happen, to be honest, it's a goal and it's a dream. If I've learned anything from my grandmother's death, it's that I cannot tie my dreams to eventualities that may or may not happen. Because I want to keep sharing my vision with other businesses and in other ways, I am going to be looking much more at consulting, what that means. I'm also going to be doing more workshops. My one upcoming workshop, Toxic Productivity and the Creative Cycle with IPRC, is completely sold out. So we're going to be doing another one. That's going to be our third one. And then we're going to be hopefully making a zine too. I will see you on Monday when I tell you about my plan for next week. As always, this video is sponsored by my wonderful company, Letter-O-Matic, the newsletter writing service. We save you time by writing your monthly newsletter in 30 minutes or less. Check out letteromatic.com for the details.